All right, we are going live, and I am about to share space with one of my very favorite humans. So let me see if I can find her. Irene is the person that we use for our retreat. She is amazing, and what she concentrates on is mindfulness and all of the things, stillness, the beauty of it, tools for it. She's extremely knowledgeable. She is super kind, and I'm so excited to share space with you today.
For you are also my favorite human beings. This is my
Oh,
pleasure.
I'm so excited. So I was telling everybody because I've been having this IG live series in the morning, but you are being in a whole different country. And how beautiful is it that regardless of the distance, we have built such a connection to where, I mean, WhatsApp is pretty available at all times of the day. So I know that I text you sometimes and you receive it at night and it's my morning and whatever. But it's been such a joy to build the connection with you regardless of our distance. And I'm so honored to have you here today to share with my audience your magic, the same magic that we have taken to our retreats as our meditation guidance. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit of who you are, what is it that you do, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, thank you. So, well, I have been trying to think what is the best way, but the best way is just to tell you, it goes all the way back to 10 years ago. So I started working as a lawyer as soon as I graduated, and throughout that 10 years, as you can imagine, being a lawyer is a really busy job. And so, but then I find myself spending all my personal time focusing on personal development, studying different modalities like yoga, meditation, sound healing. And so back in 2019, I decided, you know what? It's about time I really truly bring these passions into my career. So that is when I switched and I decided to take trainings and then switch and then became a coach. Finding coaching um, was really life changing for me because this kind of satisfaction that I felt, I've never felt it anywhere else. But my background actually focuses more on mindfulness. So now I'm combining coaching and mindfulness together. And the reason I do that is because I feel like mindfulness is a way of living that will really help us to transform our lives in this most simple way. It's something that we need to relearn and something that as soon as we step into, you will find so much closer to your inner truth. So what I'm doing right now is to combine mindfulness and coaching in my work as an entrepreneur, and that's me, and that's how we met. And also separately, aside from coaching, as you said, guiding meditation is also one of my favorite job in the world because meditation helps me so much. It's the quickest way. So if it as mindful as I am, I'm also all for efficiency. And meditation is really the quickest way for you to de-stress, for you to come back to your truth, to ground yourself. And so here I am.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love hearing this story because it is, I mean, can you believe this? You go in from being a lawyer, super, I can only imagine the level of stress that comes with that title, to where really honoring what was inside of you, asking you and begging you to just give what you were exploring a lot more space, a lot more time, a lot more of the whole package that is you as a human. So I think it's so fascinating how, as scary as it is to live something that we prepared ourselves to be in the corporate world, something safe, something secure, something um, reliable, right? And what many would define as successful, you have chosen your purpose, you have chosen your calling. And I'm so grateful that you did because otherwise we wouldn't have met, right? But uh, it is crazy to me to think that there's a lot of people still wondering if that's even a possibility.
Yes, I think that's a really good point because um, in our modern society, whether you are a lawyer, a housewife, a mother, an entrepreneur, there are so many demands in life. And we are always on a go, go, go mode, no matter where you are. And I believe it applies to Hong Kong, it applies to Arizona, it applies to New York, wherever you live. Modern society demands us to be on all the time, especially with social media. Don't get me wrong, social media is an amazing tool. But with all these new distractions or new tools that connect us, while it's wonderful, but it's asking us to really not be here, but be somewhere else. Maybe we focus future, maybe we are asked to focus on, in the past. And very soon we find, recently I have a conversation with a new friend. So she's talking about how in her schedules she has all these things on it, because when her schedule is empty, she feels like she's missing out. But when she fill up her schedules with meeting with friends, work, she feels like she's just going through life in an autopilot mode, almost like just going through the motions. Okay, I have lunch with this person, and when she's having lunch with this person, she's thinking, okay, in an hour I'm gonna have to go to somewhere else, and she's not really present in enjoying the lunch with her friend. So, so really, it's not very easy for us to enjoy the moment. We were never taught in school that, oh, how to enjoy the moment, how to cherish the relationships that we have. And I think that's where mindfulness come in. It's not anything really complicated or life or difficult. It's just asking us to be here in the moment. Like now, I'm enjoying going on live with you, or maybe later on when I go to lunch with my family, I truly enjoy the food in front of me. I truly enjoy the conversations instead of worrying about, okay, tonight I have a meeting at work, so let me start thinking the presentations, so we are really in one place, our body, mind, and soul in one place. And that is really what mindfulness, part of what mindfulness is about. And it's just be in the moment. And the other part is about, so I was thinking, I was talking about, the same friend I was talking. So when you get in touch with yourself, when you get in touch with the moment, you're actually getting in touch with yourself. So while you're going through the day hustling, it's really beneficial to just pause and take I don't know, a minute or 3 minutes to ask yourself, what do I need in the moment? It doesn't have to be anything huge. It could be, okay, you know what, I actually have been really thirsty, but for the past few hours I've been rushing and I forgot to drink water. Or maybe, you know what, I've been actually worrying about my mom. Maybe I should call her. Just a 5 minutes call, and then you will feel so much better. Or maybe, you know what, I just need time to breathe. I've been taking care of my children all day long. I just need 5 minutes in my bedroom on my own. Take a few deep breaths, be with myself. And the reason this is important is because we have really lost connection to ourselves, what we really want, um, what we enjoy doing. And as we practice more and more these poses, then we can we can build a connection to ourselves which is deeper, and then major life decisions will be so much easier to make. So I started practicing mindfulness with this simple exercise, checking in with myself. How do I feel now? What do I need today? And when it comes to time, I feel like, you know what, this career actually doesn't work for me. Maybe it's time to switch. And so it goes from really, really tiny, small decisions to big decisions. And you're making decisions for yourself, but not based on society standard. And so I feel like that's how mindfulness affects our everyday life and also how it affects our life path.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm like taking notes over here, but I've been learning from you, and I want to completely put it out there for the world. I reached out to you for help on slowing down because yes, I was one of those people that love having my calendar. Well, I still love having a calendar just because it gives me guidance, but now there's a spot in the calendar that is just for me. That it literally is for nobody else but myself. And for a while I felt guilt doing that. I felt like I didn't have time, like I am a mom, like I would justify not making the time. And I am so glad that I reached out, that I got your tools, your coaching, your help, because it allowed me to really recognize how much I was not present. Like you said, I was just kind of like going through the motions in autopilot, and I don't want to do that because I have two little kids that are growing. Every single day they know something new. Every single day they have a different word or a new song or something, and I don't want to miss out on that. But I didn't know that I was just, you know, moving through it and then noticing it, but not really feeling it. So the only thing that I would add to everything that you said about the definition of being present is also inviting all of your senses to be there too, right? And when you're not like when you're not present, you're like often thinking like, oh, I need to do this, or like sometimes we ignore pains. We actually go out of our way to be like, no, 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 like I don't, no, not today, like no.
Yeah.
And even though we have a headache and we're like, no, 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 like still have to get kids to school and stuff. But it really does take that sometimes a minute to say, why do I have a headache? Like, maybe I just need some water. Maybe I didn't drink my coffee. Maybe I haven't eaten anything. Like, and it just really takes those 30 seconds of a check-in to realize that, wow, with some deep breaths, you can really change the way that you're moving through the moment, right?
For sure. And honestly, seeing you, because I'm also very lucky to receive your coaching, and that was so amazing. And and as a friend, as a coach, as a coachee, seeing the way you have transformed in the past year, you know, moving from full-time job to who you are and now an author is was really eye-opening. And and so while being mindful is also very important for us to just get up and take actions on things, because with mindfulness you have identified what you actually want to do, and then the next step is really taking actions, and that is where you shine and where you come in and help me to, you know, make plans. Because some people, it's so interesting, the other day, like some people ask me, so with if you're being mindful you cannot make plans, right? Because you have to always be in the moment. But that is actually not true. Is all is asking you to, when you're making plans, you're actually making plans, but not worrying about, oh my god, what if someone think of me that way, or worrying about, you know, what is going, what am I eating for dinner. So with mindfulness you can make plans, and the next step is taking actions or find a way to bring, you know, whatever vision or dream you have into reality. And I think that is something that you have taught me so much as well. um, yeah, so I'm really
Oh,
excited to see this new book that is coming out.
thank you for saying that. Yes, I definitely believe in action, but I have learned that before there's action, there is a lot of beauty to the stillness, from where your action can be fully aligned with who you are at that moment. Because that's another thing. We're always evolving. Like Irene said, we met over a year ago, and I was in my full-time job. I was trying to figure things out. I was exploring this world. I wasn't quite there, like completely brave enough to say, no, 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 I'm letting go of my corporate job because it's time. I was so busy just trying to figure everything out that I had not really taken the time to sit on stillness and realize how much of an impact it would make. Like I had not even done the list of pros and cons or anything because the fear wouldn't even allow me to entertain the idea. And yet, when you slow down enough and you recognize, oh my gosh, I'm still taking actions out of fear, and that's not what I want to do anymore. So how can I slow down enough to listen, to understand what is it that I'm seeking these days, what I'm needing, what I am craving, and it's so funny because when you do that and you give that to yourself, you will realize that everything around you feels a lot easier,
Yeah,
right?
and I think that's an amazing point, because we are often, so another part relating to mindfulness, mindfulness of emotions. And emotions is a huge topic that is not often being talked enough, because emotions basically energy emotions, and when you're feeling certain emotions, you are clouded by your judgment is going to be clouded by it, and there's nothing, you know, wrong with that, except that in our education system we were never really taught about how to handle our emotions. And most of the time it's always about, okay, it doesn't matter, just, you know, just keep going, just keep marching on. It doesn't matter really how you feel. And with mindfulness, it's really about sitting down again, getting in touch with your emotions, knowing exactly how you feel, and from a point of clarity you're able to make much better emotions. Otherwise it's either holding you back, or it is just you're going to make decisions that, like you said, that's not aligned with yourself. And once you really understand your emotions, the messages your emotions are telling you, and you're able to really understand yourself, and that is how you make aligned decisions, make an aligned plan, and take aligned action. So it's just one flow, one very smooth flow of sequence. This all starts from stillness, and and I just remember the title of this live series called "The Beauty of Stillness." And just really quick, I've been just talking about mindfulness, but Irene, exactly how do you do that, right? So there are very two simple ways. The formal way of finding stillness is really just meditation, and we are really talking about sitting meditation. And whether you have done it or not, I'm sure you're familiar that it's about sitting here and focusing on your breathing, focusing in your moment, and just take time to find quietness within yourself. And then the other one, what we call informal training of mindfulness and stillness, is to apply mindfulness in whatever you do every day. Maybe when you're eating, when you are brushing your teeth, when you're washing your dishes, and just really be there. Or even when you're with your loved ones, because a lot of the time we want to spend quality time with our loved ones, but we are not really there when we're with them, right? And so being mindfulness or being still is really to, I'm not asking you not to move, but really be still in your mind, in your moment, and really say what you mean, really do what you want to do without, because we're so good at multitasking. I don't know about you. I could eat lunch and while scroll through my phone, or I could plan an entire new project while I'm showering. But we are really asking you to, maybe when you shower, just really feel the water hitting on your face and your body, and the fragrance of your shower gel. And that's what we call the informal mindfulness training. You find stillness in the moment.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you clarified that, because I was actually gonna make you do that, because what I started, I mean, I wanna let you guys know that for me, the idea of like laying down for 20 minutes felt so like, have you met my life? Like there's no way that I had 20 minutes of quiet and stuff. And so when she told me that I could start exercising the presence on whatever it is that I was doing, it gave me so much permission, and it gave me so much like, oh, then I have a lot of opportunities to exercise this. I have the like lots of different times in which you're like, am I being mindful, am I listening completely, am I like, and not to be like hyper aware, but for you to realize that there is that availability for you to start somewhere. And I to this day I really enjoy like mindfully running. Like it's something that it has served me really well. And I was telling Irene, I was like, ever since you told me that, I run a lot better. Like my everything, just my body is actually more straight. Like my posture is better. Like it's so crazy what presence can actually really do to your full being, not just your mind. Even though you're moving, the stillness of your mind and the presence into the whole situation, those benefit the whole package that is you, right?
Yes, yes, and that is beautiful. For some people, my meditation is just running, like you said. And when you focus on your breathing and your step, your pace, that is when you got going into the zone, as many people like to call it. And it's a beautiful exercise. So you don't have to just sit down there, and you can do whatever that you enjoy and know for you is running, with mindfulness and really being there. And that is so restorative. That is how you heal yourself, when you are fully present in doing what you enjoy and focus on your body, how it feels, and that is how your body and mind can work together at the same time.
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you so much for clarifying and for honestly sharing all the tools, because honestly in here you have already shared so many golden nuggets that are so simple and available to all of us on an everyday life, just for you to take it as an invitation to try it, to see how it feels. Don't like, we're not ever telling you like, oh, we quit our jobs that you should try it too. Like no. But to take the time to check in with yourself and say, how am I feeling right this minute? Like that is definitely an invitation that Irene and I, like, I think it's fair to say that we both invite you to do, because it has served us both really well. And if you're not in a place in which you can just sit still, back straight, close your eyes, and do it while you're moving, and especially eating is another part which I'm really, really enjoying, like being completely mindful, because the food tastes that much better. And not only that, I'm pretty sure that my digestive system is like a lot more like thank you, because you're actually like not eating in 5 minutes before running out of the door. I'm actually just chewing, and I'm like, what is that ingredient? Can I name it sometimes, out of
Yeah.
just the presence that I'm able to do it.
Yes, and just really taking the time to enjoy your meal and creating space in your life for these, things that are so you're doing every day and you don't really pay attention to. But when you pay attention to it, it is so nourishing for your soul, for your body, and so healing as well.
Absolutely. So yes, I am. Thank you so much for coming into my um, life and into shining your light, your wisdom. There's a lot of knowledge that you carry with you, and that I have personally benefited from. And thank you so much for sharing some tools that everybody can apply as of today if you feel so called to do so. Any parting words before we say goodbye to everybody that joined? If you have any questions for Irene, this is the perfect time to drop them in the chat. I'm sure she won't mind answering them. But any last minute comments from you?
Um, that the first thing that came to mind is that it's so much easier than we think. We always do it. Look at babies; they are very mindful. They know exactly what they're doing. They're focusing on the present. So I do invite everybody to try to find pauses in their lives and just get in touch with themselves. Like you said, the body, the emotions. That's it. It's very easy. It doesn't take a lot of crazy tools or crazy effort. And also, I'm really looking forward to receive your book. I'm going to buy one and can't wait to read about your journey and your transformation. It's going to be inspiring as you always are.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yes, I am super excited about, actually today, don't tell anybody, but today I received like the author copy. So this is the first time that I get to hold the actual book in my hand. And that's why I was like, when you were telling me that you were ready, I was like bawling, because it is quite the impression to just hold something that for a minute I really thought it was a journal. But yes, this book that now is a thing that we can all hold in our hands. It's going to be fully available to you guys September 27th, and I cannot wait. It looks like a book, it feels like a book, but you guys are holding a part of me and part of my heart. When you read it, you will see that it is part of me. So just be be gentle with the comments. And
It comes from my heart. Knowing who you are and knowing what a beautiful soul you are, I already love this book. This is not
oh
like
my
a
god,
hard book. It comes
don't
from my
say that,
heart.
because I'm already in the emotional phase of like, I'm melting. But yes, I really hope that this book, I did put my heart out here with the intention that it serves a lot of you to recognize the availability that there is for all of us to really create the life that you really are creating, the one that you dream about and sometimes are afraid to share. That life, I'm inviting you to honor it, to just honor yourself and embrace your own magic. And yeah, it's days away. It's becoming well, today became really real to me, because this is the first time that I get to like hold it, and I cannot wait for all of you guys to hold a copy yourselves. So September 27th, mark your calendars. And thank you so much, Irene, for coming to share your light and your wisdom, and all the things on beauty of stillness and mindfulness.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I'm going to tag all her information into the notes, so to make sure that you guys follow her. She posts amazing information, great details on how you can practice this, because it's a free and available and ready and easy. So I cannot wait to see your journey as well. Thank you, everybody that joined. Have a great night.